Hey, happy Thursday, guys. It is September 7th of 2023. Today, we're looking into the Madalina Cojocari case. Enough is enough. Where is this little girl? We need to know. So does the rest of the world. Join us, guys. Let's get this show on the road. Mama Bear is going to be joining us today. We are super lucky for that one, and all the rest of you guys being here too. Thank you so very much. Let's do this. Hey, yo. What's going on today?
Hi.
Mama Bear. What's up?
Not much.
How are you
It's a
today?
I'm good. It's a cloudy, dreary day, but it's not
Yes,
as hot, so I'm okay with that.
it's still hot here. It's still very hot here.
Well, I haven't been out since like 8 o'clock this morning, so it might be hot now.
You mean when Ghost drugged you all over the neighborhood?
Yeah, like
Well,
he
I
does
should
every
say
morning.
when the dog took you for a walk, right?
hmm
Yeah, he's a big boy.
Yeah, and he
That
loves
is so.
people, and he loves kids, and he loves animals, and so everything he sees, he's yanking me towards. So,
Squirrel, squirrel,
yep.
human. There's a kid. Let's go play, mom. Come on,
Yes.
let's go. Yeah, I
Like
get it.
no.
He's still a puppy, so.
Yeah.
Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. Hope you guys had a great night. Thank you, guys. For those of you that joined me last night as we were on the hunt for Danilo Cavalcante, who still has not been found, by the way, I appreciate all you guys joining me last night for that. And being here today, guys. Today we are looking into, once again, the sad case of missing little girl Madalina Cojocari. She went missing on November 21st of this past year. Nothing, nothing. There's a lot behind this story. It's pretty ignorant. And just it needs to be seen and heard. It really does. Parents' involvement, all that kind of stuff. And I'm just, ugh. Like I said, it needs to be seen and heard. You guys all know how I feel about missing children. It drives me nuts. So here we are. And hopefully we can get enough people in here to get this up into the algorithm, to get this out into the World Wide Web so that everybody sees this and hears about this and starts looking and wondering where is Madalina. Um, it needs to happen. So once again, thank you all for joining us today. I am super excited for this. First thing I want to do though, uh, first off, I want to say I want to thank everyone that has sent things to me via this Amazon wish list Miss Heather put up that is pinned in the chat. I did receive something again yesterday from this, and I want to say thank you personally to that person. I received a card with it. Okay.
Mm.
And that's awesome. That is very awesome to me. And I think it deserves to be talked about because anybody that spends the time to want to say all of this stuff to send it along with that means the world to me. So I just thank you for that, first of all, for
Oh,
sending the
that's
gift
cool.
that you sent. It's something I really could use too. Batteries, lots of batteries. I need batteries. So
Yay!
it came off of the list and it was awesome. I loved it and I
So
appreciate
so
it.
when you start falling asleep, I can tell you to switch out your batteries?
Mhm.
Okay.
I got them. I have them. I have. And this says it's kind of rubbed off some of the writing. They didn't print it very well, but I'll read it the best I can. And it says, thanks something for all the time that you put in to your content and the patience you show us. So keep up the phenomenal work. Love and justice for all. Love, Kelly. So Kelly, if you're in here, and even if you're not, I want to thank you so very much for this. This means everything to me. This here means more than the actual batteries
Yeah.
because that says a lot to me. Okay. And all of these, I have the card from Willow as well, are going to be kept. And when I move my office, they're all going up. Keeping all of this stuff. So thank you from the deepest part of my heart, Kelly, for that. I really do appreciate you and love you very much.
Oh,
So,
that's cool.
and that goes for all of you guys. I love you guys to death. Every one of you guys. And not just for doing stuff like that, just for being you and just for being here. That's all there is, guys. It's supporting this channel, supporting me, supporting Mama Bear, and wanting to be in here and listen to us and look at us do this every single day. That means the absolute world to me. It really, really does. So again, thank you, Kelly, and thank you, all of you, every one of you, for being who you are and being here. Speaking of which, let's see who we have in here today that is gracing us with their amazing presence. Looks today like we got Rock Chalk in the house. Can't stay, but we'll watch. No worries, Rock Chalk. I get it. Harsh One, Shelly True Crime and Nature with Miss Shelly. Thank you so much for joining us today. The Karma Police are in the house, guys, so make sure you're behaved.
Hmm.
Sandy Toes, oh, welcome back. Mama Bear, are you making a blanket? Are you making a blanket, Mama Bear?
Nope, it's a can koozie for my Sprite.
There you go. There you go. Kelly Coker, welcome back, dear. Miss Tracy, great to see you. Casey Flynn, Michael 007, my friend, what is going on? Good to see you. Welcome back. Good to have you here. Willie, my brother, good to see you. Thanks for joining us today. Rondi Potter, welcome back. Great to have you here. Lynn69, always a pleasure to see you. Miss Kells in the house. Great to have you here. War Eagle, what is going on? Roll Tide Roll. My friend and yours, Mr. Eddie's in the house. One maiden nut. Welcome back, buddy. Good to see you. Again, Miss Tracy, good to see you. Brandy B, the OG's in the house. Good to have you here. Good to see you, dear. Batshit Crazy. Welcome back. Good to see you. And North Carolina Mountain Man, what's up, brother? Good to see ya. Meatball checking in. Hey, hey, hey. Good to see you. Good to hear that. Gavin, what's going on, my brother? Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Again, Miss Kells. Hey, hey, beautiful people. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us today, Kells. Michelle Mack, welcome back. Good to see you. Good to have you here. Let's see. The Canadian True Crime Buff. Always happy to have you here, darling. Thank you for joining us. All right, Tammy C. Good to see you. Lots of police and dogs on Longwood Drive. They must be closing in on Mr. Danilo, hopefully. It's been 8 days going on now, guys. It's crazy.
Hmm.
Moonlit Baby, good to see you. Good to have you here. Sooner Girl, welcome back. Great to see you. Miss Deborah, thank you for joining us. Valerie Hope, welcome back. Good to see you. Latrell Hale, what's going on, neighbor? Good to see you. Good to have you here. Noni McPoppins, welcome back. Great to see you. Oh, Randy Furr, what's up, brother? Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. La la la. Knowledge is power. Yes, it is. Welcome back, dear. Good to see you. Nat Cat, welcome back. Good to see you. As always, Katie Quarters, welcome. Good to have you here. Good to see you. Red Riding Hood still running from that big bad wolf. Welcome back. Good to see you. Good to have you here. Uh, Phantasmic Ether is in the house. Good to see you. I got to get my soundboard fixed. I gotta do it. Gotta do it. La la la. Lynn 69. Tree Baby Tennessee. Welcome back. Good to see you, dear. Katie Quarters. Always a pleasure. I think I already said that. Of course, the crime time with Mama Bear, the lovely lady on panel with me right now. It's so grateful to have you here. MCause, welcome back. Doodlebug Fart, welcome and great to have you back. Good to see you. Every time I say it, I love it. It's hilarious. Looks like CR's in the house and gifted a True Crime Cafe membership out to Elbow.
Aw,
Congrats, Elbow, and thank you so much for that, CR, for being here and for that. I appreciate you so very much.
very cool.
The Chic Antiques in the house. Good to have you. Good to see you. That was super cool, CR. Thank you for that. I'm trying to get it all up and rolling. If it was like 50K reward, I will. Willie, okay. Cole the Herd's in the house. Good to see you. Good to have you here, bro. Thanks for joining us today. Did I miss anybody over here? I don't see change yet. Miss Sherry's in the house. Wisdom Speaks. Always a happy to have you here. Thanks for joining us. I don't think I did. Come on in, guys. Grab a seat, grab your coffee, tea, whatever it may be. And you know the rest. I'm not going to say it. But thank you again. Julie Dunn, welcome. Good to see you. Thank you again, CR, for that.
Julie,
And
I'm making a koozie for my Sprite.
also, Elbow, welcome to the family. Welcome to the sauce. It's great to have you here. And I do appreciate that again, CR. So awesome stuff. Awesome. Thank you again, CR, and welcome, Elbow. Kimberly Barrett, welcome, welcome, welcome. It's great to see you. Thanks for joining us today. Always happy to see you guys. Again, the highlight of my day. As you can tell, I'm super excited about it. Robert Belt, welcome. Good to have you. Good to see you. Welcome back to all you. We got 62 awesome peeps in here with 41 likes, and you already know what I'm going to say, guys. Let's make it match. We really do need to get this one out into the algorithm, guys, so that everybody can see and hear this as a missing little girl. Everybody needs to see this. Everybody. We need to figure this one out. If we can, we need to help get the word out. That's what we do. Um, and it needs to happen on this one, guys. It's been too long. She's been missing since November 21st, 2 days before my birthday. Um, that's not a great birthday present. So we need to help find out what is going on this one and figure it out, guys, because we can do that. We are critical thinkers here, and we do great stuff in here, guys. We really do. Kimberly KV, welcome. Good to see ya. Did I miss anybody else? Nope, 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 nope. Come on in, everybody. Come on in. Kara Willis, welcome back. Great to see you, dear. Thanks for joining us. Again, to all of you, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night, whatever it is, wherever it is. I hope it's good for you because it's good for me to be here with you guys because I know we got people from all over the place. It's probably evening where Miss Kara is right now, or at least late afternoon. Yes, it is. November 23rd, Miss Noni. That is my birthday. I will be 49 gracious old years old on the 23rd of November. I think I did, Miss Brandy.
Mhm.
Brandy asked me a question.
Mm.
Where did it go? Hold on, guys. I'm trying to figure something out that Brandy. I did see that, Brandy. Thank you from last night. Um, where did it go? If you can, Brandy, send that to the email if you can do that, hon. But thank you for that sending that. I appreciate it. 5:48. Dinner is on for the kids. We're having dinner. What are you having tonight, Kara? Just out of curiosity. I always love to hear what everybody over the pond is eating. Miss Amy used to come in here. She was in Ireland. She used to tell me all the time. Like it was no big deal. We're having leg of lamb and this, and I'm like, good God, that sounds great.
Yeah.
Oh, damn, you're still a young man. They go out. No, no, no. Well, in years, I guess I'm not that old, but my body feels like it's 20 years older than that. I promise you that. It was like 7,000 for that one dude. Now it's 2023 and only 10K. What a joke! They need to pump it up to 100K a day. Oh yeah, yeah. These rewards definitely need to be something to get somebody's attention. You know what I mean? I do. Deborah Thompson, welcome. Good to see you again. No, this morning. Uh oh, I thought that you were talking about that other thing. If you could send that what you sent last night, Brandy, the about Madalina, if you could send that to the email, I would appreciate that. I'm looking for something new, honey. I can't find your. Where is it? Where the heck is it? Where's her name?
Who?
Brandy. In the Discord. I can't find it. I know it's here. Hold on a minute. Oh, that's why. Oop, there it is. Okay, sorry. Um, yeah, both of those, hon. If you could send both of those to the, I thought that was from last night, but yeah, about her grandmother. If you can send that to um the email, because I can't pull it out of Discord and put it in here. That's the hard part about that. But yes, I seen that, and thank you very much for that, Brandy. I lost you. I did. I found you. I found you. I keep looking for your name, and I forget that you changed it in there to B92. So it's okay. I didn't lose you. You're okay. Thank you, hon. I
uh,
appreciate you.
it's okay, Linz.
Oh yeah. Miss Leslie Densley Watkins. Good to see you. Good Thursday morning to you as well. Please do a favor, keep an eye on. Oh, I have. Believe me, I have. I was going to ask you all, guys, if you wouldn't mind going over to our friend, our very good friend, Miss Jules of all trades, true crime. Check not right now, obviously, but afterwards or sometime during the day, going over and checking out her videos, please. They really need to be looked at and show her some support. She really needs it, and show her the love that she deserves, folks. And I've been keeping an eye on her for those of you that have seen it. Just checking on her. She's a very strong person. She doesn't need anybody to take care of her, but just showing her the support she deserves. And I will be repeatedly checking on her. I adore Jules, as you all know, and I have a very, very, very high respect for her. Um, and it really upset me that one video she put up, and I'm very, very disheartened by what has happened. So again, if you guys will show the love and support that she deserves, go over there, check that out when you can, like it, love it, share it out again, please, please, please. I do appreciate that so very much for you guys. Yes, keep her in your thoughts and prayers, guys, because she really needs it right now. Um, and I appreciate that more than anything. Let's see. Noni says, I won't be able to forget it. My hubby says 22nd. Oh, okay. Well, that's awesome. Been saying you're just like my hubby. Now it's confirmed even more. That's right. I'm a Sagittarius. That makes sense. What about the Ryan Larson case? Uh, Ryan Larson. Have we looked into that one, Mama Bear?
That doesn't sound familiar.
We will have to check that out. Maybe at the end of this. That's right, Kels. That's the best way to put it, too. She's a beautiful badass. That's the best way
Yes,
to put it.
exactly.
Um, yeah, remind me, you may not be here, but I wrote it down to maybe take a clip and check out the Ryan Larson scenario and go look into it a little bit, and then we can set it up for possibly digging into it.
Okay.
Thank you, Bat Sheet. I appreciate that. That's right, and that's what I want everybody to do, if you will. Just keep her and her children in your thoughts and prayers. That's all. Missing from at you. Okay, yeah, I'll check it out, Leslie, for sure. Jennifer S., welcome. Good to see you. Kelly Coker, that's awesome. 24th of November. So we're all Thanksgiving kids here. Let me see. We got
I'm
73
a
people.
Veterans Day kid.
Oh, Tomboy Charm, welcome. Well, that's not bad.
No, my sister's a Thanksgiving kid.
Mm-hmm.
Hers is the 22nd, day before yours.
That's right, Deborah. Thank you for that. We love our Jules. Watched her video last night. She has to be, yes. Yes, she is. Yes, she is. And I just had a conversation. Just like I said, I just want to check on her, make sure she's doing okay on a regular.
You're welcome, Sherry Wisdom. I can make a safe space, safe support space where you guys can talk about stuff if you would like.
What's the matter?
She thanked me for the food
Oh yeah,
base
yeah.
on Discord, and
We are going to work on doing something like that too. That's a good idea, actually. Molly had mentioned something about that at some point too, and it'll help out once we do the.
the mental health thing
Yes,
about.
thank you. All right, good stuff. So there's good news on Jules's end of things, guys. It's looking up in that sense. So just again, keep her in your thoughts and prayers, and that will help. It sure does. You ain't lying, Tomboy. Texas definitely did not do their job in that scenario. 79 people with 55 likes. Well, let's do this, folks. Let's get it matching and get it up. And then we need a few more peeps in here. November 28th. Don't feel bad. I turned 50. I got one more year, CR, but that's just a number. Age is just a number. We only are as old as we feel that we are. I truly feel that. Thank you for that, Miss Sherry. I hope you guys are enjoying that are in Discord, the new food channel we have in there. I am, for sure. I think I've gained 10 pounds just reading it, to be honest with you. Welcome, Miss Delta, and thank you for checking out Jules's her show, a live stream. I appreciate that, and make sure you guys are liking, sharing it, and all of that, guys, because she definitely deserves that support and that love from all of us. 55, that's young. That's young. What's up, Matt? Good to see you, buddy. Good to have you. Yes, she is. Yes, she is. 26, gonna be 49. Awesome. We're all around the same age. I kind of figured that.
Mm-hmm.
Most of us. I think there's only a couple that are younger and a couple that are older than us, but we're all the same family, folks. So that's all that matters. Okay. If you hold down your space
What?
bar, phone keyboard, you can control your cursor instead of tapping on the wrong spot 300 times. You're welcome. Okay. For those of you that are on your phones, thank you, Willie.
I know that's an iPhone. I don't know about an Android, but
I don't know. I don't use my phone for this kind of thing, but either way, thank you for the
I learned
info.
that a long time ago, Willie. You're behind the times.
Okay, come on, and we're getting there. 81 peeps in here with 62 likes. Let's make it match, guys. We really got to get this one in the algorithm. Everybody needs to see this. Everybody needs to hear about this. Everybody needs to be looking at this, knowing what's going on with this. And again, thank you, Zelda, so very much. And that is all I'm asking from all of you guys is to keep her and her family, her children in your thoughts and prayers. She really needs it right now. and will appreciate it as much as we do. She's part of this family. She's a very important part of this family, and we need to support her the best way we possibly can. So I thank you all for that. Willie said, "Yep, I just learned it. I'm so relieved." Isn't it cool when you learn these things? Like when I was pulling up documents, Dolphin was in here and she was like, "Hey, Dago, just go to the top of that page and click that little box next to it, and it blows it up to the whole screen." And I was like, "What?" I was super excited over that stupid little thing. It was great though. I love that feeling. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Miss Brandy. I appreciate that so very much. And yes, Noni, that's a fact. I'm praying to God that this case ends differently than a lot of these other ones, and that they can find this little girl alive and safe. They really do. It's so disheartening to see these things and have this to look at these cases all the time like this. It's crazy. If you text the word pew pew to another iPhone, it will seriously.
Seriously. I'd show you, but you don't have an iPhone.
No, because I have a good phone. I have an Android. That's why.
Oh, yeah, that's why mine's like right here next to my mic,
Hmm.
and there's no static or
Oh,
anything.
stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! God, here we go. Miss Jerry K. Hi, Digo. I want to thank you for the membership. Hi, Mama Bear. Good to see you today. Wish I were on more. I gave a thumbs up, but not sure if this topic interests me. Have a great day. Okay. Sorry, Sherry. This is a missing little girl that needs to be looked into and talked about. So I'm sorry if it's not interesting to you. I apologize. Not everything is going to be Idaho, and we do have to cover other
Mm-mm.
cases, unfortunately.
There's
Uh,
nothing to talk about with
There,
Idaho.
there really isn't anymore. But we do need to look at other cases and give them some attention so that people can start seeing what's going on with this stuff. Um, the Especially a missing child, that's a scary situation. So
Mhm.
either way,
Willie, I was giving him a hard time about his Android.
mm-hmm. Yep, Kells, I agree. I'm 48, and my birthday's in February. Winter baby, there you go. Well, we'll have to remember in February to say happy birthday to you, Mr. Gavin.
Robert, we're talking about Madalina
Cojocari.
Cojocari. I have a hard time saying it.
I didn't spell it right because it doesn't sound right
Mm,
the way it's spelled, but I never do. I always screw this one up, but it's spelled with a it's Cojacaru, but her name is pronounced Cojocari. So I don't know. I don't know. Willie. Yes, Miss Sherry, I agree. Wow. Interesting. That's right, Willie.
mm,
They're the only real foes.
hmm.
Yes, Michael, I am going to be doing a mental health show very soon. Um, that's right. That is right. That's a good point, Kels. I just want to say something to everybody. We really don't know what is going on in everybody's personal life. So let Jules'
Nope.
story be a lesson. Amen to that one. Thank you. Nobody knows what goes on in our lives outside of what we do in here. So, that's another good point, Miss Shelley. Leave our children alone, damn it.
Yes.
Damn. Damn, damn, damn. And parents, be parents to
There's,
your children.
yeah.
Please be parents to your children. If you don't want them, don't have them. Okay? Makes me sick. It literally makes me sick.
Nokia 5210. What?
What the hell is that?
The phone.
Is that big block thing that had the hard antenna sticking out of it? Good God, a 5210? I think I had a blue one. Wow. Wow. I'm not believing I've been through hell and back. I'll bet. I understand, Kels. It's okay.
It was
There's no
waterproof.
judging any which way. It was waterproof, yeah.
iPhones
Nokia
are waterproof.
iPhones. That's the only good thing they have about them.
Mm-hmm. Mine doesn't make my microphone static.
Okay.
Just saying.
I don't think it has anything to do with the phone.
Then why does it stop when you move your phone away?
No, I mean I don't think it has anything to do with being an Android. Oh my god, that is. I did have that phone. Oh wow, that's old. Okay, guys, you got to see this phone real quick, and then we'll get moving. I'm sorry, it's off subject, but this is a good thing. I haven't seen these things
Lens,
in
when'd
years.
you get started?
I had this. I had this phone. I
I
had a
probably did too.
couple versions of this actually. Is it gonna load? There we go. Let's see here. Oh yeah, it's waterproof and snowproof, and it's sturdy. Nope, that's not it. That's not it. Look at all that. That's no. I wanted to see the other one. What the hell? That is not what we were looking at. Where the hell did it go? Did this just change?
I don't know.
There it is. Okay, watch this. Remember the snake game? Anybody? There it
Mm-hmm.
is. Look.
Yep, I
Look at
had that
that
phone.
thing. Oh my god, look at that. Wow. It's a dinosaur phone.
Oh, seriously.
Wow. That's pretty wild. I did have it. I had a couple versions. I had a bigger one too. That was
Mm.
the Nokia. That one's beat to
Wow.
hell. Look at that thing. They did
Yeah.
last. I'll say that much. They last for a while. They have that stupid snake game on it. Oh my god. Yep. Same phone. Please, please tell me that you don't have that phone still, Lens. Please. There's no way that would work on any network.
They're like, I'm getting excited now.
I had that phone a million years ago. That's right. Yay. Please tell me you can't possibly have that phone, Lens. She really liked that phone. I mean,
Mm.
I
I mean,
guess.
there's no way the technology would be.
Oh no, that was
Yeah.
IDMT stuff, and it's not. No. Look, God, the SIM card is wore out on that too. That thing's wore out. That's why our little green guy took a bite out of your apple. That was good. That was good. Wow. Código
Wow.
PIN. Código correcto. Oh my God. What an old. That's a blast from the past.
Willie, I used to like you, but I'm starting to change my mind.
All right, Willie. I still like you. These Apple phone owners. Evie Marie, what's going on, darling? Good to see you. CR said my dad is 80. I think he has that phone. Our phones
Probably.
are all our phones are. My phone is waterproof. My Motorola. What the hell is this?
Oh, wow. Lynn said that, nah, I worked at Orange in technological development team when that was released.
Ah, okay. Michael Rondo, good to see ya. What now? What do we got here?
Oh.
The thing about that is, can they really track your conversations? Can they prove conversations in the hex humor? For example, can they really do that, or is it my word against yours? I have no idea, buddy.
Mm.
No idea. Oh, we got 100 peeps in here, guys. Do we have 100 likes? I hope. 70. We need
What?
30 more. We're almost there. Come on, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's get it out there, guys. Rando and Lori, good to see you. Harper 2.0, thank you for joining us. Another new face. Great to see you. You know what I'm saying? If you have a landline. Oh, okay. I see you're talking about phones. You don't. I'm saying if you have a landline, which I don't, and I have a burn phone, you have a burn phone, I have a burn phone, burn, you can you steal it from? Oh, I don't know, bud. I really don't know. It's
Mhm.
interesting though. Skylar Banks, welcome. Good to see you. William Tardy, welcome back, brother. Good to have you. Actual text transcripts from our ex-husbands at a time joint phone account. Okay. Interesting. That is an interesting point though, Michael. Um, Pixel 7. Oh, I don't like the Google phones. I'm sorry, Skylar. I had one for about a month. It was garbage. To me it was. Woman Power 101. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. 115 beautiful peeps. 83 likes. We're almost there. Oh, the blackberries. I remember those.
Mhm.
Yes, I do.
Everybody wanted a BlackBerry. I actually
Yes.
have an Android right here.
Oh, you have a good phone in your house, huh? Okay.
No, because you just called it crap to you. So the
What?
Google 5, 6
Oh, the Pixel?
Pixel, yeah.
It wasn't that it was crap. It just was it was weird the way that it worked. I don't know.
No,
KT.
it's probably why my husband isn't using it and
Right.
got it the next grade up.
Yes, yes, yeah. I'll tell you what, the Motorola thing, I had LG Androids for and Samsungs. The LG stopped making Android phones, so I had to move on to this Motorola thing. And I'll be honest with you, it
Mhm.
hasn't really been bad so far, but I do like the Samsungs a little better. Miss Brandy, a member
Yes, Sunday
for
I do.
9 months. My goodness gracious, which Miss Brandy's been with me for a lot longer than 9 months. She's been with me for about 2 years, folks, going on 2 years in February from the beginning. But she's been a member here for 9 months, and I am super appreciative of that. And congrats, Brandy, and thank you for that. Thank you once again for being part of this team and part of this family, dear. The Razor. I loved my Razor. The Razor was a good phone. I liked that one. I remember my first ever cell phone.
Hey, get down.
Oh, yeah, he's got caught again, climbing
Mhm.
all over your computer stuff.
Oh, I didn't tell you what he did last night.
You showed me the video of him crawling
Yeah.
over your printer and everything else.
I heard something in the kitchen last night, walked in there, and he's standing in the middle of the island just looking at me like, "Hi." I'm like,
Mm, puppies. You gotta love puppies. Hopefully he'll get it. Somebody, guys, I'll tell you right now, it's funny. If you don't see me, or talk to me, page me. How about that? Remember those days? Page me. I had beepers too, pagers.
"Oh, pagers. Yuck."
Oh, the Nextel walkies. I remember those, Sandy. Satellite phones. Dick Lowe. Tell me some true crime stories. Uh huh.
Hey, William. No. All right.
Kelly Mack, welcome back. Guys, 89 likes. We're almost there, folks. Almost. Just a few more.
No clue, Willie.
Red,
Red
what's
might
going
know.
on? I got a pager. I didn't get a pager till I was 16. And then when I started working with the ambulance company I worked for, I ended up getting one of those big text pagers that would show the words across the front of it and stuff like that. That thing was pretty neat.
Mm-mm.
I thought I was super cool because I had one of those, and then cell phones came out. But yeah, whatever. My first ever cell phone. Does anybody remember this? Came in a bag that you could carry on your shoulder. It was from what the hell was it called? Radio Shack. I think it was
Radio Shack.
what the hell was the name of the phone? I think it was Motorola. It was a bag phone. Okay. And you had to buy your minutes just like we always did. And it cost $100 for like 15 minutes. No lie. It was stupid amount, something like that. It was ridiculous. It was big. It was like a regular handset. The phone handset was a big regular like you'd have on a house phone, and then it connected to a little base, and it sat in a bag with a shoulder strap. You carried it everywhere you went. It was ridiculous.
Wow. No, Deborah, it wasn't my cat. It was my dog that was on my island.
Yeah, he's
My
not.
cats know better.
Yes,
Whoa.
Michael, the old phone's the size of house bricks. Right. Every time I hear Dago say, yeah, welcome back. I do that too. Like in my head. It's crazy. Radio Shack was called Maplin's in the UK. Random fact. You're welcome. Thank you, Linz. Whoa, I don't think I've seen one like that before. Oh, yeah, Kelly. They were in a bag with a shoulder strap, kind of like a lunch bag type thing. And it had a power cord and all that. You could plug it into your car and you could plug into, just a phone. And it rang obnoxiously. And you could only talk on it for like a matter of like 3 seconds. You'd have to answer and go, okay, hey, I'm in the, okay, bye, I gotta go. Because if not, you used a minute. And I think 1 minute was one phone call. It was ridiculously expensive. One made nut, Eddie. Miss your girl, welcome. Moonlit baby. We had the bad phone, right. And then some people that had a lot of money had those phones put in their cars. The black leather bag. Yes, Moonlit. That's exactly what it was. Motorola bag phones. That's exactly what it was, Robert. Hands free talking or just picking up the receiver and add a private conversation. I didn't have the hands free. I wasn't set up like that. It was a mistake. I only had it for literally 1 month because I could not afford. I went over on my minutes and they allowed you to do that, but then they charged you and I ended up getting a bill for like $600 because I had a phone conversation that lasted more than 30 seconds. So
It's like, do you remember those commercials? Um, about the minutes and stuff, and the guy would call his parents and something about had a
yes,
baby.
yes.
They would speed talk just so they
I
wouldn't have to.
had a baby. It's a boy. Yes, I remember
Mhm.
that. That was hilarious. Oh, the rotary phones. Did I ever tell you the story about the first time my oldest son, ever saw a rotary phone?
Oh.
Yeah, that was fun. We were cleaning out my aunt's basement, and she had two of them down there, right?
Mhm.
So we're moving things and picking things, boxing things, and stuff like that. And he goes over and he grabs it off the. He goes like, "What's this?" And I looked at my wife and I went, "Oh no." I said, "We're officially old when they're asking what that is."
Yeah.
I remember 360 communications. So he brings it over. I said, "Bring it here." And I said, "Sit it down." And he goes, "So what is this?" And I said, "It's a phone, son." He goes, "Nah." I said, "Yeah, it's a phone." He goes, "How?" And I said, "Pick it up." And he picked up the thing and he goes, "No." I said, "Put it up to your ear. That's where you hear it and you talk in there." He goes, "Okay." He goes, "Well, how do you like push send and do?" I said, "Oh my God." I see that thing down there, those two little buttons on the top. That's what resets it. And it hangs up the call and resets for another call, right?
Mm,
Okay. And it wasn't plugged in or anything. But it's funny because we took it upstairs and plugged it in and it worked. It was ridiculous.
that's funny.
And I showed him. I said, he goes, "So how do you do it?" And he goes, and I said, "You dial the call on that base there." And it was a black rotary phone, folks, an old school one, right?
Mhm.
And he goes, "Okay." I said, "So go ahead and dial like my number, like you're gonna call me." He goes and he sticks his finger in the hole and pushes. I said, "No, no, Joey, you can't. No, 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 no." I said, you have to dial it." And he went, "What?" I said, "You have to push your finger into that little hole on the number and turn it." He just looked at me like I was completely stupid, and my wife looks at me, she goes, "Why are you even trying? It's a lost cause." I said, "Watch, son." And I grabbed the thing and I dialed the number. He goes, "What the hell is that?" And he was like 15 or something. I said, "What do you mean, what the hell is that? That's how a phone used to work." He was like, "No, no, no, that doesn't make any sense, Dad." And I was like, "Oh, Jesus. Yes, it does." And I was like, wow, we are really getting older here. It was hilarious, though. So we took it upstairs just for the hell of it and plugged it into her phone jack in the wall. And there was a dial tone. I couldn't believe that. And he was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
cool. So I showed him. I said, "This is how this works." And I said, "Now listen." And I called my phone. And I talked to him, and he was like, "Wow." I just shook my head and walked away after that. We were done. I couldn't. Yes, party lines. Remember those? Like 18 people or 10 people in a line talking. You're like, who is this? Who is that? What is it? It was ridiculous. Oh my God. We've come so far from that stuff too. It's crazy. Harper
Yeah.
2.0 to see you. I think I seen you earlier. I think, okay, we got 128 peeps, 95 likes. We need 5 more and we're good, folks. Juju
Come on,
Bone.
guys. 5
Juju
more.
Bone. This one really needs to be heard from everybody. Red, good to see you, buddy. And I saw your statements you put into the Discord, and I appreciate that. Used to take an hour to phone 999. Wow. Phone booths. Does anybody know? Well, you guys all know what phone booths are, but any of the younger ones, they don't get it.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, we broke it. We're in the algorithm now.
Yay.
Misdialing and starting over. Yes. Dialing 0. Remember, somebody asked me that yesterday. Do you remember doing an emergency break on the line? What's up, 360 Life? Good to see you. I was like, yes, I remember that emergency break. You had people be on the phone, you know, and you couldn't get through. It was busy all the time, all the time. So you'd call the operator and say, I need to make an emergency break on the line to get through. Yep. Yep. Yep.
Yeah, Sandy, you hated calling anybody that had too many nines in their phone number because it took
Right.
forever.
Yes. I'm having issues here. I'm trying to give someone a membership, and that option isn't in my iPad for some reason. That's weird. Yes, we called the operator. That's right. Operator.
The weather number, the 2222222.
We had time and temperature. It was 3733. No, it was 216330. Wait a minute. No, 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 no. I'm doing the double thing here. It was you didn't have to dial the area code at that point. So it was just three. It was 3737373. That was time and temperature. It would give you what time it was and what the temperature was outside. It was crazy. Pranking people before caller ID. Oh my God. Remember when caller ID came out?
Mhm.
We thought we were like super cool because we could
Right.
see the phone number like,
And
hello? Or you'd answer the phone, be like, hey, Dan, how'd you know it was me? Because I got caller ID. Ha ha.
and now we're trying to block all these people and
Right, right.
don't call me. Stop. Just quit.
The AT&T calling cards. God, I remember those too. Long distance call. Oh my God. Things have changed so much. You guys are killing me with this.
It
Reverse
was
charges
either
too long.
I think it was star 69 was to call back somebody.
Star 67 was here. It was to call back, and star 69 would block your number.
Yeah, maybe that's what it was. I don't know.
Robocalls. Yeah, I know, Jennifer. It's crazy. Oh my God, you guys. Things have changed
Yeah.
so much. Time and temp every month. I used to do it too. Jesus. And we had 411 too, which was an information number. If you called information, it would give you could get like somebody's phone number. You dial 411 and then it or 1411, I'm sorry. And you'd be like, I need the listing for such and such a person, and they would give it to you. And then you get that phone number and you move on. That was when
Mm,
people were too lazy to use phone books. Oh yeah, I had the bag phone for the car, and I could carry it everywhere I went. North Carolina Mountain Man. I thought I was cool. I'd go to the mall carrying my bag phone, like check me out. I can't use it, but check me out.
mm. Hey, Vicky.
Miss Vicky's in the house. Good to see you. Okay, guys, enough gabbing away as I am. And again, by the way, Kelly, if you're in here, thank you so much for the gift through the Amazon wish list and the card. The card means the world to me. If you're in here, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate that more than you know. Uh, so easy to avoid people now. It's great. Right, right.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, because before you couldn't just reject the phone call. It would ring or you could pick it up and hang it up, but they knew you did that. So, then you were like, why are you hanging up on me? How come you don't want to talk to me?
Yeah, we were
Yes.
so
Oh,
so anxious to talk to anybody and everybody all the time, and now we're like, just stop. I don't
Right.
want
Where
to
did
talk
it
to
go?
anybody.
Kelly's in here now. Fine, there she is. I received this card, Kelly, with the batteries that came through the Amazon wish list, and I read it before you were in here. I didn't know who it was, but I read that, and I think that right there, as I said before, means the world to me. That you said what you said to me. I very much appreciate that from my heart, and this will be kept. And it will be put up in my office when I move, and I will have that. So thank you so very much, Kelly. That means the world to me. It really does. Oh yeah, we could do that movie line thing. I remember that. Well, it is for real, Kelly. That means a lot to me. I have another card that Miss Willow gave me too. Coming from you guys saying things like that to me really means a lot. I mean, you can ask Mama Bear; she'll tell you I'm a very emotional person about stuff like that. And all the money in the world means nothing to me. But when you're saying stuff like that to me, it means everything to me. So that really means a lot, and I really appreciate you. Cordless phone. I know they were expensive. God, they were expensive. They were cool though, especially when you didn't have to drag that 300-foot cord all through your house when you're talking to your boyfriend or girlfriend on the phone, and your dad trips over it and then throws the whole phone at you because he's pissed off. Stop leaving the phone over here. Okay,
Okay.
no problem. Then I do it again 10 minutes later. Get off the phone. I can't. I'm talking to my girlfriend. And then they'd walk over and push the button down, and you're like, "What did you do?" Thank you, Kelly. I appreciate that. That was horrendous. Like you thought you were gonna die when they would do that. They'd push that little receiver button down and go, "Bye." My dad
Mhm.
did that a few times, and I was like, "You can't do that,"
Right.
but they could. So,
Yeah, me
all
too,
right.
Kelly. Or yelled at because I was all tangled up in the cord because I'd like
Yes.
go walk around or go in circles with it and have it all messed up.
Well, we had two phones. We had one on the wall, that big long one that would hang on the wall, and then we had one in the living room. The one on the wall had the very long, long, long cord. So I would take that and walk down the hallway and go in my room and shut the door. And then my mom and dad, they hated that. So they'd start pulling the cord from under the door.
Yep.
I'd be sitting there talking, and next thing you know, the phone takes off out of my hand. I'm like, "What the hell?" And it goes up, slams against the door. And my dad said on this side, like, "I told you to stop doing that." I opened the door and I grabbed the phone. It was so ridiculous. It really was.
Yep. And then the internet came out, and so then you were fighting with your parents. Get off the phone! I need to use the internet.
Yep, that's a fact. Ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Yep.
Okay.
2
Let's get.
phones. We're not worthy. I know that was like rich back then to have 2 phones.
Yeah, right. That, oh my God. It's like having more than one TV.
Yeah.
I was pissed off because I was a teenager. I had an old rotary dial TV that I had in my room.
Mm.
And I was telling my dad, I was like, "Can I get like a newer TV?" He was like, "Are you serious? What are you talking about? We didn't have TVs in our rooms when we were kids. You're lucky you have anything like the blah blah blah." Because they was the dial. I wanted the newer style TV.
Mhm.
Be happy you have that, boy. Okay, no problem. All right. Yes, they were. They sure
Randall
were.
and Lori said, "Remember the anticipation of loading up AOL and waiting for it to say, 'You have mail.'"
Right. The noise. Oh my god. And then when it went, then it would restart. Right. You would get to the very end and it was loading up. It made all that noise and then it would click or knock off or something, or somebody would
Mhm.
call the house and knock it and you had to start all over again.
Yep.
I don't know how we survived dial up. I
DSL.
really,
Dial-up.
I kept saying wanting to say AOL because that's what I had.
Yeah.
Remember the chat rooms in on AOL that you could go into that were like baking housewife or weird ass names that they had, and there'd be like 3,500 people in these chat rooms screaming and
Mhm.
yelling, trying to talk over each other. It was so ridiculous. They were the thing, though. Okay, I'm gonna give this one for a start, and then we'll get rolling. This is because I can't find the original
Well,
Yahoo chat rooms. Exactly, Noni. I was in a few of them. Believe me. God, I just thought it was the coolest thing in the world too.
oh, Deborah, I understand. I went when I started working. My boss has a landline, and I looked at this little tiny cordless phone, and I'm like, "How does this work again?" Like, talk. It's like, "Oh, I gotta dial the area code. Crap, how does this work?" I had it all messed up.
AOL Instant Messenger. You got mail.
Mhm.
Oh, the pool billiards. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, I thought I was dating a couple people one time in the chat rooms, and mm, that turned out bad. Making you feel old. Newgrounds. I don't know that one. AOL. AOL was the stuff. I loved it. I had it forever. I think I still have that email address. I just don't touch it. And then we went from AOL, and that's when we got MySpace and all that fun stuff. Oh yeah. Hold on, guys. All right. All right. Again, this is the Madalina Cojocari disappeared November 21st. This video is a couple months out from her disappearance because I can't find the original to explain it, but I do too, Mountain Man. I really miss those days. Thought you were dating. Yes, Kelly. Yes. All right, guys, let's move this ahead and get going. She's adorable. She really is, Noni, and it's so very sad. This is what makes me sick about these. All right, let me know if you can hear everything okay.
Since 11-year-old Madalina Cojocari was last seen publicly. Since then, police have chased down hundreds of leads.
Sorry, I don't know why it did that.
Saturday marks 2 months since 11-year-old Madalina Cojocari was last seen publicly. Since then, police have chased down hundreds of leads worldwide as they work to fill in the gaps in the timeline of her disappearance. Her mother and stepfather are both charged for waiting 3 weeks to report her missing. Wake Up Charlotte's Richard Devane joins us live this morning. And Richard, what are investigators doing as the search for Madalina continues?
Yeah, good morning, Sarah. Good Friday morning, all. Basically, like you said, police continue to search outside, trying to turn up new clues that'll lead to that missing 11-year-old. They also looking at their parents who are still in the Mecklenburg County Jail. Search for Madalina continues almost 2 months since she was last seen getting off her school bus. More than 3 weeks later, Madalina's mother, Diana Cojocari, finally reported her missing. Cornelius police launched an all-out search for the 11-year-old, following up on hundreds of leads and searching the Cojocari house 3 different times. Madalina's mother and stepfather still in the Mecklenburg County Jail for failure to report her missing. Dr. Lisa Long is a forensic psychologist not involved in this case, who gave us insight on what else law enforcement is probably doing. Cornelius police say Madalina's parents have not been forthcoming. Diana Cojocari told investigators she had fought with her husband, Christopher Palmenter, the night before she last saw Madalina, and she waited to report her missing because she didn't want to cause conflict with Palmenter. Dr. Long says that could be something investigators are paying close attention to.
If either of the parents were choosing not to provide information, or if it seemed as though they didn't want to provide certain information, especially as it relates to sensitive areas with regards to the home environment, the child's functioning, the parent-child relationship. Those are all important areas for them to consider.
And police continue to say if anyone out there has any information, please give them a call. We're here at the Mecklenburg County Detention Center. Richard Devane for Wake Up Charlotte.
Alrighty then. Welcome, all things silver, Jeanette Swain-Pole. And yeah, I got you, Cappuccino. Good to see you, by the way. The 3 week period that they waited for this drives me nuts. It really does, because she didn't want to cause issue with her husband. Come on, like, this is your child. Who cares what he thinks? You know,
Exactly.
Josie, you are absolutely. Isn't it weird? These parents lately, what they're doing, it's a trend. Ballo, the Ruby lady, in my opinion, Summer Wells, of course, it's so something happened somewhere down the line. Parents just don't care anymore. Not all of us. You know, some of us are just as. I'm a helicopter parent. I always have been. And I think if you don't want children, then you shouldn't have children. You know, I don't understand this. I don't get it. It makes no sense to me, and it's very sad that these children have to go through this because of these parents.
Yeah.
Uh,
Same.
and welcome, Josie. By the way, good to see you, dear. Um, it's sick. It's so sick. But anyway, moving forward, as I always say. So yeah, she went missing November 21st of 2022, and they waited 3 weeks to report her missing, as I stated, and as they stated as well. And again, you heard the reason why. Dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. I kind of feel that way too, and I hope not, Robert. I hope not. I hope that the end to this is different. I really pray to God that it is, but that's how I've always been too, Brandy. If Matthew's bus is 60 seconds late, I flip out. Yeah, yeah. My oldest daughter was dropped off at somebody else's bus stop on accident one time. I went nuts, and I mean nuts. I found her within 20 minutes, but still, you know. Luckily, she walked to her friend's house, and that was that. But who knows what could have happened? Nowadays, if something like that happens, that kid's gone. You know what I mean? And it's just sad. It's scary. So, right. Let's get this next up. And so that's the scenario. And at some point, where we are. I do have some updated info. It's not good, but it's still. Pull this one up and get you guys going on this. Give you a little more info on this too.
Has now.
Okay. And again, guys, thank you for joining us today with this. I do appreciate you guys so very much. I really do. And I appreciate the support in getting this out. It really needs to be heard in a bad way. So thank you for helping with that. DS, good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, exactly, Harper. That's the point. That's another point right there. Diana, her mother, was posting old photos of Madalina during the 3 weeks that she was missing. That makes no sense. Makes no sense to me. None. And there's another comment that was made too from the mother we're going to get to here in a minute. But all right, let's get this one going. Make sure you let me know if you can
It's
hear
been
it.
108 days since Madalina Cojocari was last seen publicly. Updates from police and the FBI had all but stopped really until we got our hands on new search warrants yesterday. They showed the investigation could be taking a new turn here. WCNC Charlotte's Chloe Leshner is joining us live tonight to talk about this. So, Chloe, you talked with 2 law enforcement experts today. Did they say anything about the information in this search warrants that we found?
Yeah, hey, Vanessa, the search warrants that we got through the courts yesterday introduced this idea of possibly drug or even human trafficking in this case. And both of the experts that I spoke with today say this definitely broadens the investigation, but it presents some new challenges too. From the start of the investigation, Madalina Cojocari's mother maintained she did not know where her daughter was.
We all know that if we don't recover somebody within the first 24 hours, the trail starts getting colder and colder.
Now, 3.5 months later, it's clear police have known she asked a family member to help smuggle her and her daughter out of their house and away from her husband. According to the U.S. State Department, 41% of human trafficking cases are facilitated by family members.
Unfortunately, it happens more than we care to recognize.
In Madalina's case, the search warrants also show an apparent connection between the family member Diana was talking to and people known to be involved in narcotics trafficking. Law enforcement consultant Roy Taylor, who is not involved in the case, says this gives investigators more people to look into.
Now we can start looking, kind of doing a Venn diagram of family members and known associates and friends, and their involvement in drugs. So it gives us another investigative tool and give us more hope that the young girl's still alive, and maybe she was able to be smuggled out of the local area to other relatives or family friends that are keeping her safe.
Several experts say untangling the web of a human trafficking ring can be extremely tedious and difficult.
It's a needle in the haystack.
Now, I did speak with a Cornelius police captain who is involved with this investigation on the phone today. She said it is still an active investigation. They are still asking people to share Madalina's picture and anyone with information to give them a call. Live in Uptown, Chloe Leshner, WCNC Charlotte.
So many layers building with the story. Chloe, thank you.
And that was really all that there was at that point. Okay, that was 3 months into it. And again, sad. Charlotte, North Carolina. All right, mate, Brittany, thank you, hon. I will, for sure. It's very sad, Michael. Very sad. And again, you heard it. Once again, folks, possible drug or human trafficking. This is a reality nowadays, you guys. It's disgusting. It's a reality with every case that we have, that we look at when it comes to missing children, missing people, that it's a trafficking situation now. When did this become a thing? You know what I mean? It's scary. It's every situation we look at. People just don't go missing and then they're found in a few days. They've been sold or given away or traded for drugs or something. I mean, this is unbelievable anymore. But it's almost every case we looked at, there's some tag that's attached to this that has something to do possibly with some form of trafficking. It's scary, folks. It's very scary. Human beings have become items. They're no longer living, breathing things. They're belongings that are given and sold to other people. It's a disaster. Huge problem. That's true, Josie. When parents lost their minds and drugs got involved in people's lives, and this goes all back to the mental health scenario, which is again why we need to do that so bad. Very sad.
New information in the case of the missing Cornelius girl is raising even more questions about what exactly happened to Madalina Cojocari. Good evening, I'm Brian Blakely.
And I'm Morgan Francis. Queen City News obtained new information about what happened in the weeks following the 12-year-old's disappearance. Queen City News Northeast Bureau Chief Sydney Heiberger has been following the story since we first learned of it in December.
Sydney, this new info has to do with a backyard fire pit at the Cojocari home.
Yeah, Brian, that's right. When we first went to the Cojocari home, all the way back in December, when she was first reported missing, neighbors had told us that they had seen Madalina's mother, Diana, and her stepfather, Christopher, burning things in their backyard. Well, just this week on Tuesday, the police chief in Cornelius confirmed that they were called to the Cojocari home in reference to Diana burning furniture. And a new police report reveals exactly when that happened. April 11th marked Madalina Cojocari's 12th birthday, and also the day Cornelius Police Chief David Balcom told us this.
There were reports of burning furniture in the Cojocari backyard before Madalina's disappearance. Is there evidence of that happening? Yes, there was one call for service in reference to Diana Cojocari burning items before Madalina was reported missing.
According to a newly obtained police report, Cornelius first responders were called to the Cojocari home on November 30th around 5:25 in the afternoon in reference to a small fire burning between this address and the car wash. November 30th is 9 days after Madalina was last seen getting off her school bus and 15 days before Diana Cojocari reported her missing to a school resource officer at Bailey Middle School.
Everybody misses her a lot and she deserves everything.
Though neighbors didn't want to go on camera, several told us they had seen smoke coming from the Cojocari backyard on multiple occasions. We visited the Cojocari home Thursday, and in addition to finding birthday flowers, cards, and gifts left on their front porch, We also saw a fire pit in their backyard.
Our hope is that the public will continue to share Madalina's story and pictures as we continue to investigate this case.
Yeah, it's important to note police have not specifically said that this backyard burning incident is in any way connected to Madalina's disappearance, but they have said that they firmly believe someone out there knows more about what happened to Madalina, and they are encouraging anyone who has information to come forward to the police department. I'm live in Cornelia. Sydney Heiberger, Queen City News.
Okay, so
a potential site.
Who burns their couch in their backyard that lives in the city? Okay, don't tell me that it doesn't have something to do with this. It's crazy. It's a couch, folks. It's not some old papers or some newspaper or some wood, or you're not having a little fire. They burnt a couch. Something's wrong, in my opinion, with that. Okay, very wrong. So again, I hate to think of what it could be, but sadly, these are the things that do happen, and that's why we're looking at this and why we're talking about this. So, 1 second. Now, this popped up a month ago. Okay, give me 1 second here. This was kind of interesting to me, and I'm hopeful maybe
The Cornelius Police Department
that it means something. There wasn't a whole lot going on with this case, and then I saw this, and I was like, okay, I want to know. Right, cull the herd. It's just not a regular thing, and I agree, Brandy, that the parents are definitely that they went to jail, so that says a lot.
Cornelius Police Department now looking into a tip out of California of a possible Madalina Cojocari sighting. So a Facebook post claims she was seen at a Valero gas station in California on Wednesday, July 5th. Police say they're aware of this tip and have investigators following up on the information. Madalina went missing back in 2022 after she was last seen getting off her school bus. Her mother and stepfather still remain in jail on felony charges for failing to report her disappearance.
That gives me some form of hope. It really does. In a bad, I just pray that she's alive, she's somewhat safe, and something can happen from that. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
This is the mother going in front of the judge after being arrested because she waited 3 weeks to report her child. Both the mother and stepfather were arrested for this. The father has been released on bond. Okay.
It just blows my mind.
All of it. Yes, completely. I'm just trying to give everybody everything I have at this point to keep you up to date on it, and then we'll go forward and dig on it probably at some point. But
all right.
Yes, there it looks like.
All right.
This is the quarter
pod real quick.
Yeah, less email.
All right.
Can you bring my chair, please?
Good morning. Are you Ms. Cojocari?
Yeah, Diana.
Ms. Cojocari, you have been accused of felony possession of a controlled substance while in the jail. Looks like you have a bond for that of $5,000. You're being held on another matter. I don't know. Do you have a lawyer on your other matter, ma'am?
I have.
I'm sorry?
I do.
All right. Was that a retained or appointed lawyer?
It's Ms. Wiegand, Your Honor.
Ms. Wiegand. All right. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. I imagine the public defender will assign this to Ms. Wiegand as well. On this matter, you have a bond hearing scheduled for April the 26th in courtroom 1150 at 1:30 in the afternoon, and a probable cause date scheduled for May the Is that 11th, DA?
That would be too late.
May the 1st? April 26th. Looks like May the 1st. You want to look at it and tell me about this?
Oh, the mother's in jail
May the
because of
1st,
what they
1:30
did
in the afternoon. So I've appointed a lawyer.
and was
You
caught
got
with
me on here.
drugs
Do you have
in
any
jail.
questions, ma'am?
And that's
Your
what they
Honor,
did.
if I could prevent Ms. Wiegand from yelling at me, can we get just a brief summary of what happened?
Yes, that's fine.
Let's back March the 17th of 2023, the search was conducted of the defendant inside the Mecklenburg County Detention Center at about 11:30. During the search, a small clear plastic bag containing a white towel was found in her shirt pocket. The contents of the plastic bag were taken to arrest processing and tested using a kit we have there. It tested immediately positive for cocaine and the fentanyl-based substance. Evidence collected and she was charged. That remains the same.
Ms. O'Connor?
That's fine. I just want to be able to give Ms. Wiegand.
All right. Ms. Terry, you have any questions before we move on?
I don't have questions. I just found that bag in the showers 5 days before. That's all.
All right. Found it 5 days before in the shower. It's fine. All right. All right. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you.
All right. On the basic side.
Well, we see what type of a woman this is, obviously. And her child was not important either. Really, really disgusting. Really disgusting. One second here. Let me make sure that I have these emails from Miss Brandy. Again, guys, thank you for joining us for today. Riley, Nicole, good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Gene Anderson, absolutely as well. Great to see you, and I appreciate the support on this, guys. I know. It's what I'm saying, Doodlebug. It's horrible. Like, imagine what this little girl's life was like, you know? It's horrible.
Too young to experience that kind of stuff.
100%. Yes. This is newer. This was put out August 17th. This is her grandmother making a statement as to what she thinks happened. But again, we don't know what the deal is with the grandmother and the mother and blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? And I agree with you, Josie, 100%. Regardless if it was to protect her daughter in custody, she had no reason not to tell the cops where the child is, period. I agree. Tina B, good to see you. Thanks for joining us today. I've been chasing chickens all morning, but I made it. Well, I hope you caught the chickens. And thank you for joining us. Very weird, Harper. I agree. All right, let's try this. Hopefully this works. Come on.
Roofing looking shaky.
Welcome,
Solidify
Kim O.
your home with a solid roof from Solid Roofing. Using high-quality materials covered by industry-leading warranties. See why thousands protect their home with a solid roof. Get your free solid roofing estimate today.
Sorry, guys, I couldn't skip that. I hope there's not many of them. All right, load up. Come on now.
Within the last few hours, a judge lowering the bond for Madalina's stepfather, Christopher
Palmer from $200,000 to $25,000. We thought that was interesting. So Palmer also pleading not guilty for failing to report Madalina's disappearance. Just earlier today, though, Madalina's mother, Diana Cojocari, also pleading not guilty on the same charge. You'll remember Madalina was last seen November 23rd getting off a school bus in Cornelius, but her parents did not tell police she was missing until December 15th. That was 3 weeks later.
WCNC Charlotte's Lexi Wilson was in court today as both parents faced a judge. Lexi is joining us now from outside the Mecklenburg County Courthouse. What happened today, Lexi?
It was tense in court today. Both parents pleaded not guilty to their charges, which means this case will head to trial as Madalina remains missing. Defense attorneys laying out their case why Christopher Palmer claims he did not know Madalina went missing. Prosecutors calling that ridiculous.
The idea that he could have been in his home for 3 weeks and not know that she was missing is laughable.
In the end, the judge gave Palmer a lower bond Thursday at $25,000 secured. He's charged with failure to report the disappearance of a child to law enforcement. His wife, Madalina's mom, Diana Cojocari, faces the same charge. Both pleaded not guilty to the charges. The state did not offer a plea deal to either of them. Madalina was last seen in November getting off this school bus. Today, we heard from Diana Cojocari's mother, Madalina's grandmother. With the help of a translator, she shared pictures with us and told us she believes Christopher Palmer is a criminal and that he sold Madalina. My Madalina is alive, and I hope the FBI and detectives find my granddaughter, and together with Diana and Madalina, will leave this country. I asked her if she had a message for Madalina. Through tears, she says that I love her very, very much. Madalina and Diana, I love them very much. And it is possible that Palmer could be bonded out of jail today. And if he does get out of jail, he will have to wear an ankle monitor. Reporting live at the Mecklenburg County Courthouse for WCNC Charlotte, I'm Lexi Wilson.
And we'll be watching for those updates.
Industry-leading warranty.
Okay. Mama Bear, give me 1 second. I'll be right back, okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Hi, guys. Ready to party? The boss is gone. Outside threats. Wisdom's gonna party with me. Woohoo! Huh.
I heard all of that, by the way.
Oh, whoops. Busted again. I always get busted.
That's a comedian.
Yeah. Brandy was going to do
yeah.
a mutiny.
Not bad. That's a good point, Rondi. Without going into big stories, sometimes people who help you to get away or with children, you don't reveal. Just saying. I understand. And I hope that's what it is. I do hope that's what it is. Okay. I don't know, though, because of the way that the mother has acted about it. It's kind of... I don't know, guys. It's weird. Very weird. And if the stepfather is... That's what I'm saying. How are you gonna say, "Oh, I didn't know she was missing"? Bullshit.
Yeah.
Get out of my. That's just ignorant. It's ignorant. And it's ridiculous, just like the prosecution said on that one.
Awesome, spook bait. We'll remember that. Thanks for being here.
Spook bait. Need a Russian train. Oh, cool. That is great. I love your name, by the way. All right, where is? Here we go.
Let's jump in here at 6.
Now, this is the gentleman that I have the most.
Today, the parents of Madalina Cojocari.
I had the most suspicion of, but I don't know at this point now if it's. I don't know. Like that's why we're doing this, and then hopefully something good can come from this. I never referred to my daughter as that girl. Right.
Yeah.
That's a good point, Juju. It really is. It's my daughter or her name or my darling daughter, my dear daughter, my beautiful daughter, not that girl. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Parents are just, ugh, God.
Appearing in court. In the last 90 minutes, Diana Cojocari, Madalina's mother, entered a not guilty plea. That's for the charge of failing to report a missing child. Madalina's father, her stepfather, Christopher Palmer, will appear later today. Madalina went missing last November, but her parents didn't tell police until weeks later. WCNC Charlotte's Destiny Richards joins us live with the latest from the Mecklenburg County Courthouse. Destiny?
Yes, Sarah, we just learned in court this morning that Madalina's mother, Diana Cojocari, has pleaded not guilty for failing to report her missing child. Now, according to Cojocari's lawyer, the state did not offer a plea deal and the case will go to trial. The trial date was not set this morning and will be set at a later date. Now, it's been more than 8 months since Madalina Cojocari was last publicly seen getting off a school bus at Bailey Middle School. Both her mother and her stepfather, Christopher Palmer, claim they do not know what happened to her. Investigators have been combing through a lot of information to piece together the mystery behind her disappearance and the parts both parents may have played in it. Specifically, they're looking at those 3 weeks from when she was last seen in late November to when she was finally reported missing in mid-December. Now, Christopher Palmer is facing the same charge. He will have his plea hearing at 2 o'clock this afternoon. Live at the Mecklenburg County Courthouse, Destiny Richards, WCNC Charlotte.
Has now been 108 days. Has now been 108 days since Madalina Cojocari was last seen publicly. Updates from police and the FBI had all but stopped really until we got our hands on new search warrants yesterday. They showed the investigation could be taking a new turn here. WCNC Charlotte's Chloe Leshner is joining us live tonight to talk about this. So, Chloe, you talked with 2 law.
Did we watch this one already?
I don't think so, unless it was one that you played while I stepped away.
There's a couple that are kind of the same, but that's a good point, Josie. I wonder which one sells the other one out first. I'm hoping. Go ahead.
So she was last seen on the school bus. So was she seen at school that day, or did she disappear from
I
the
guess
school
she was
bus?
she was at school that day, I guess. Okay.
But never came home.
Right. It shows her getting off the bus to go home, and then that was it. They saw her on that camera. What is this here? I saw a disturbing video that showed 8 big school buses and 4 minibuses full of kids leaving. Oh yeah, I know. We're getting into that too. That's got me cringing left and right. Molly, who's not in here right now, is all over that. She's been digging on that from day one, and we have some stuff about with that for real. 1,200. There was 2,000 of them, and somebody said they found the kids, but this is unbelievable, you guys. What the hell is going on in this country? Seriously, what the hell is going on? That's insane. And now they can't find the buses or the kids. Oh what? This makes what? Oh my God. I know, Michael. I do. I know what you're saying. And Diana did make this claim too that she dropped Madalina off in the mountains with a woman. They searched for Madalina in that area. There's nothing. So I don't know, but that Hawaii thing has really got me going. I I may do an extra thing tonight. Even though I don't do Thursday nights, I may do it anyway just to talk about that because it's really bugging me. Was that what was the set now? Okay. Let me check here.
What? Okay, based on a real case study, another gentleman's wife decided to run off. No people engaged him, but he never called nobody. He never went to jail. He didn't do no wrong. He just never went looking.
I don't know, man. This is
That's a little different when it's adults
yeah,
versus a
right.
child.
Well, and they don't go looking for adults often either, you know.
No, they don't.
This is and this stuff happens a lot, guys. A girl I went to school with, her daughter was grown almost. She was like 18, 19 years old. She had a child of her own, was walking down the street, going from her mother's house to another friend's house, and was given a ride because she knew the guy that picked her up, okay, who's in prison now, mind you. He picked her up, and then nobody saw her again for probably 8 months. And this gentleman he was a dealer of sorts, okay. Thank you, Brandy. And so they go to his property, which was, I don't know, 45 minutes away, that he has this country property. And they find in the fire pit behind the house bones. Well, they identify the bones, and it was my friend's daughter. Good God. Okay. And the thing is this guy he denied everything. He's in prison for other things, not for this, because they couldn't prove this. So at this point, okay, we're trying to figure out what the deal was. Well, it turns out that there was a trafficking ring going on. She fought this person because she's like that. The little girl was, and ended up being unalived, and that's why they did that. So if she didn't go along with the scenario, and so this baby has no mother now. It's disgusting. All of this is disgusting anymore. I don't know what happened. I don't get it. I can't make myself understand any of this.
Yep.
So anyway,
Me either.
I'll play this.
Enforcement experts today, did they say anything about the information in this search warrants that we found?
Yeah, hey, Vanessa, the search warrants that we got through the courts yesterday introduced this idea of possibly drug or even human trafficking in this case. And both of the experts that I spoke with today say this definitely broadens the investigation, but it presents some new challenges too. From the start of the investigation, Madalina Cojocari's mother maintained she did not know where her daughter was.
We all know that.
Can you send it to me, Chains, or something like that, please? Because I was looking for that one and I couldn't find it. I had heard about it but couldn't find it.
If we don't recover somebody within the first 24 hours, the trail starts getting colder and colder.
Now, 3.5 months later, it's clear police have known she asked a family member to help smuggle her and her daughter out of their house and away from her husband. According to the U.S. State Department, 41% of human trafficking cases are facilitated by family members.
Unfortunately, it happens more than we care to recognize.
In Madalina's case, the search warrants also show an apparent connection between the family member Diana was talking to and people known to be involved in narcotics trafficking. Law enforcement consultant Roy Taylor, who is not involved in the case, says this gives investigators more people to look into.
Now we can start looking, kind of doing a Venn diagram of family members and known associates and friends and their involvement in drugs. So it gives us another investigative tool and give us more hope that the young girl's still alive, and maybe she was able to be smuggled out of the local area to other relatives or family friends that are keeping her safe.
Several experts say untangling the web of a human trafficking ring can be extremely tedious and difficult.
It's a needle in a haystack.
Now, I did speak.
We did see this one. I do remember now. It was like one of the first ones we watched. There's so many of them that I had downloaded. Thank you, Brandy and James, because I knew when I was looking this up that I found that one story, but I couldn't find the actual article on it. Octavian is the family member. Thank you. The only one that I found, Brandy, was that one from her grandmother. It doesn't have anything else on it. So, okay. No big deal. Moving forward to this part of it. 1 second, folks.
Has now been 108 days.
Stop doing that. Can't have your own mind.
Let's jump in here at 6. We start with the latest in the Madalina Cojocari case.
You gotta do what I tell you, not what you want to do. Okay, this is the one.
Let's jump in here at 6.
I hope this is the same, right one. Because her father was released on bond after his trial. Or his hearing, I'm sorry. Which scares me, because if he's out on bond, the mother's still in there. If he's out on bond and there was something, I only got one of those, Brandy. I'm sorry, hon. And like, is he gonna go finish dealing with the situation to cover things up? What, you know what I mean? I don't know.
6. We start with the latest in the Madalina Cojocari case. Thanks for joining us here at 6. I'm Colin Mayfield.
And I'm Vanessa Rufus. Tonight, Madalina Cojocari's stepfather, Christopher Palmeter, is now out of the detention center after posting bond earlier today. This video showing him leaving that building. This all comes after that judge yesterday lowered his bond from $200,000 to just $25,000. And you will remember, authorities say Madalina Cojocari was last seen last November getting off a school bus in Cornelius. They say her parents, Diana Cojocari and Christopher Palmeter, did not tell police she was missing until 3 weeks later.
Lexi Wilson has been outside the Mecklenburg County Detention Center pretty much all afternoon. Lexi, we know it's been a rather chaotic half hour for you at this point and for everyone else down there. Any questions that you were able to ask Christopher Palmeter as he was leaving the detention center there?
Yeah, I was actually first to approach Palmeter as he stepped outside of jail for the first time in 9 months. One of the first questions I asked him was, why didn't he report that Madalina was missing? Here's what else I asked. Her grandmother is claiming that you sold Madalina. What do you have to say about that? This is Palmeter leaving the Mecklenburg County Detention Center around 5:20 today. He was overwhelmed with what was happening and ran back inside. We did follow him. He ended up coming outside again and rushed to a truck. He ignored all of our questions. Palmeter was arrested on December 17th in 2022. He's been charged with failing to report Madalina's disappearance to law enforcement. His wife, Diana Cojocari, also faces the same charges. She does remain in jail tonight. And again, Palmeter posted bond around 1 p.m. today. It did take several hours for him to be released, again, within the last 30 minutes or so. But again, he did ignore all of our questions, and we did see him with that ankle monitor on as he awaits his trial. Reporting live in Uptown for WCNC Charlotte, I'm Lexi Wilson.
So he's out, okay? That bothers me, like I said. And maybe the judge, maybe this is a strategy. They're
Let's
letting
jump in here at 6. We start with the latest.
Stop doing that. Maybe they let this man out and lowered his bond so that he could go out to follow him, to watch him, to see what his movements are. Maybe it's a strategy to figure something out with this. You know what I'm saying? I would hope, it's ridiculous, but the fact that they were both arrested for the same thing and they lowered his bond and not hers is weird to me. Very weird to me. So I don't know. Do not know.
Any more details?
Okay, now we have one of the search warrants. I believe one of them has been unsealed in this case. Okay. Wait a minute. Jamie C, welcome. And what is this? 1962 Brookfield I was enticed to get into a car. They asked if I wanted candy. I said no. They said money. I said no. They asked, what do you want? I ran to my grandmother's house so close. That almost happened to me too. When I was in second grade, I was trying to walk home from school and two guys chased me down. And luckily, back in those days, we had these signs in people's windows. They were orange. That was meant that it was a hand or something. I think it was a helping hand, but it meant it was a safe place to go. And I ran to that house, thank God, and called my parents, and they called the police, and blah blah blah, so on and
See,
so forth.
and that's what scares me about my kids walking home nowadays. They don't even stop and entice you with anything. They just grab you and go.
That's it. That's it. That's a fact, and it's scary. Welcome, Molly. Good to see you, hon. The orange signs, right, CR, and that's what I'm saying. I thank God, because I may not have been sitting here talking to you guys right now if it wasn't for that. You know,
Oh, that would be sad.
it is sad. I mean, it was 1985. No, 19. It was young. 1983. Yeah, it was 1983. So, I mean, who knows what could have happened back then? So I guess it's been going on for a while. I mean, I don't know what the deal was back then when people were trying to take kids or taking, that what they were doing, if it was the same trafficking scenarios or if they were just doing this. But I was just a little guy, one guy, I was walking down the sidewalk and there was a shed in somebody's yard and I seen them and something about them made me nervous. So I went to go walk around the shed. They went walking around the shed the other side. And I'm like, wait a minute. So I went back the other way and the other guy came back and I bolted. I looked across the street and bolted. I seen the sign and ran. And I turned and looked. As I was looking back, the one guy was kind of running after me and I started screaming. And I mean screaming. And thank God the woman had the sign in her window. It was like spring or something, I think. Had her front door open and she opens the door and she looks and she was like, what's the matter, honey? And I yelled, I said, those guys. And I turned and pointed and they were gone. We're trying to get me. So I ran inside. She shut the door. She called, all that stuff. But it's a scary thought, folks. It really is. Welcome, Tina JP.
Hi, Molly.
There's our Molly. No chains. Thank you guys all for jumping in that have jumped in recently. But yeah, it's scary, guys. Like I said, I may not have been sitting here talking to you if it wasn't for that. And whoever that older woman was, God bless her, because, I don't know. What's up, Groot? The air chips, yeah. It's a good idea at this point. Anyway, let's move forward with this.
Tales surrounding the disappearance of 12-year-old Madalina Cojocari. The Mecklenburg County court system releasing newly unsealed documents that could provide more clues into what happened to Madalina. It's been nearly 8 months since the Cornelius girl was last seen publicly getting off of a school bus. Both Madalina's mother, Diana Cojocari, this was actually the last video of her seen publicly, but her mother, Diana Cojocari, and her stepfather, Christopher Palmer, they have been arrested and they've been in jail since December for failing to report her disappearance. WCNC Charlotte's Jesse Pierre live in Uptown. So Jesse, after combing through dozens of search warrants, what can you tell us? Did this reveal anything that will help us, I'm hoping, get closer to finding Madalina?
Well, it definitely revealed several new details. We're talking about 200 pages of documents, and there are several things that stick out. We're talking about recorded phone conversations in jail, finance records looked into, as well as evidence seized from the home, and details on when Madalina was last with her mother. There were also conversations surrounding the idea that Madalina was given away for money.
In police work, all you can do is sift through every piece of evidence, and hopefully it leads you to something that leads you to something else, and so you can conclude what happened to the child.
Where is Madalina Cojocari? That is the question. The Cornelius girl was last seen leaving the school bus on November 21st, but it took weeks before her parents reported her missing. Here's what we can add to the timeline after several search warrants were unsealed. In a text message on December 2nd, Madalina's mother, Diana Cojocari, indicated that she was with her daughter. The next day, December 3rd, Diana was seen at a service station in Hickory, getting an oil change.
The attendant told police there were children's toys in the car, but did not see a child around. On December 4th, Diana traveled towards North Carolina mountains, claiming to be searching for Madalina. And on December 16, Sugar Mountain Police Department provided surveillance photos of a man and a young girl. The man's images were physically consistent with the appearance of a family member of Diana, the only blood relative known to live in the U.S., and the young girl appeared to be Madalina.
I think that's the biggest thing, and I would certainly be interviewing that person, looking for other camera video of who he was with that day.
The search warrants also revealed more details from recorded phone calls in jail. Diana discussed a bag of money with her mother, cash withdrawals, and she also told her mother she believed her husband, Madalina's stepfather, Christopher Palmer, gave Madalina away for money. In recorded conversations between Palmer, his brother, and his sister-in-law, he mentioned that Diana had a lot of cash with her, and he did not know where it came from. He also shared some concerns about financial stuff coming up. Law enforcement expert Dr. Roy Taylor says all inmates do know their communications are monitored.
I don't know if it's a effort on both their parts to deny their involvement, and they are both involved, or one's telling the truth and one isn't. And again, it's just going to be a matter of time and looking at the financial records.
Now, banking and credit card documents were also seized. Police looking into any patterns or activity that may link back to Madalina's disappearance. Now, we also learned that the stepfather was housed with an informant in jail. We'll have more on that coming up at 6. Live in Uptown, Jesse Pierre, WCNC Charlotte.
Jesse, thanks so much.
Very interesting. So who's telling the truth now? Is it the mother? Is it the stepfather? You know what I mean?
Neither.
I don't think so either. I really don't. Hold on, Chains. Let me see if I can pull that in here somehow. One second, dear. Okay. Oh shit. I don't think I can. Maybe. Let's try
What's up?
this. I'm just trying to bring this link in here so I can do something with it. I don't think it'll let me do it though. Let's see. Maybe. Okay, let's see this. Okay, I might. Well, I don't know if I can play this or not, but we'll try.
It should. I clicked on it and it opened up.
Yeah, but it's because of where it's from. That's all. I mean, I can. I might have to cut it later. That's okay.
Gotcha. Oh, I see now. Okay.
Yeah, it's worth it though. It's worth it just to get it out there. And thank you, Chains. I appreciate you, hon. Very much so. Okay, let's do this. Is it gonna play it? Oh, come on. Oh, here we go.
11-year-old Madalina was last seen just before Thanksgiving, but she wasn't reported missing until last week. Now both her mother and stepfather are facing charges, and no one knows what happened to their little girl.
It's haunting video of a missing 11-year-old girl. The just released footage shows Madalina Cojocari getting off a school bus at 4:59 p.m. on November 21st, 3 days before Thanksgiving. Adding to the mystery, cops say her parents didn't report her gone for an astonishing 22 days. Now Madalina's mom and her stepfather are charged with failure to report a missing child.
What do you want to do about a lawyer? A public defender, ma'am.
Authorities say mom only raised the alarm on December 15th. She told cops Madalina did not have a phone. Authorities are now searching a lake near Madalina's home.
We want to pray for her. We want to keep everything positive.
Last night, the girl's friends and neighbors in her hometown outside Charlotte held a vigil in hopes of her safe return.
We're praying for her. However she comes home, we want to bring her home.
While the child's mother and stepfather are behind bars awaiting trial, police are asking anyone who might have information about the child to call them.
Thank you, Randy. in chains. That was different than what I thought it was. So Miss Sherry says she's followed this from the beginning, and I don't think they sold her. What do you think happened, Sherry? If I can ask. Okay, Chains. Thank you, hon. I want to know something on this. This is sad. At this point, it's just too much. Anymore. It's so ridiculous. So ridiculous. Oh, thank you, Tammy. I appreciate that. Come on now. Break it down. Here we go. And this is where we're at with this so far, guys. There's nothing, like nothing. It's sad. We know that it's possible that there's a trafficking scenario going on. We know that, there was a drug issue that they were talking about. But now at the same time, if we go back and think about it, they burnt their couch. Why? Okay. Something happened in that house, I think, as the reason why they burnt their couch, because, people do things like that. And it makes me a little nervous because were they trying to get rid of like blood or tissue evidence or something? Is that why they burnt the couch? Because something happened to the little girl? So, I'm trying to figure out. She got off the bus that day. She was seen on that camera, and she gets off the bus to go home, and that's it. You see her on the camera, and you're done. They don't see nothing after that. Yeah, right, Josie. It makes sense. That's exactly it, too. Like, leave me alone with these parents for 10 minutes each, please.
Seriously.
That's all I want. That's all I want. They're going to tell me something. I can promise you that at this point. Thank you so much, Zelda. I appreciate you, dear. Yeah, the milk cartons. I remember that, too. It's just, this is so ridiculous. So, give me a second here, guys. I'm going to pull something else up, too, for you guys. Please and thank you.
Mm-hmm. I got to hop off here in like 5 minutes, so.
Yeah, I figured. That's okay. No worries, and I appreciate you being here, hon.
Yep, no problem. And then I'll be here sometime tomorrow.
Right, and like I said, guys, I can't guarantee this, but this thing in Maui is really bugging me, so I may go live tonight and talk about that too. I don't typically do Thursday nights, but I just might because I want to talk about it. I want to know what the hell's going on there as well. And if I do, that's what we're talking about is Maui and the kids and just all of it. So,
Huh? She was summoned to the school with the child, but didn't take child, which is why CPS got involved. That's what Wisdom said.
She was summoned to the school with the child, but didn't take child. Why? Oh, okay. Do you have those documents, Sherry? I couldn't find any of the documents that from CPS or anything. I even tried to look up, court documents and stuff like that. I can't find anything. She refused to let the school counselor in the house when they went to home. I'm sure they did. There's something in that house that was going on, is what I said. There has to be something going on in that house.
Yeah.
Or what it had to have been. You know what I mean? So, again, why did you burn your couch? Don't say because you wanted a new one. You could throw it away. You don't have to burn it. Something was done.
She said she'll get them to you.
Yeah, I saw that.
She did. Makes me think he did something to her and took her.
Yeah, I agree with that too. I've been thinking about that as well. There's not a lot on this guys, for me to show you guys, but it needs talked about in a bad way.
But if you guys want to dig and do some research and send it to us, we would
100%.
greatly appreciate it.
I'm still going to be digging. Yeah. Anything you find on it, you can send it to the email. Because I'm not letting go of this one either. this child, just like Summer Wells, there's no call for any of this. None at all.
There's no call for any child.
None. There's my email, guys. Anybody has anything you want to send to me, please do. We will sort through it, split it up, whatever we got to do, and we'll make something happen. I promise you. That's kind of what I was thinking, Molly. I didn't want to talk about it, but yeah. If he essayed her on the couch and that led to her being unalive, could be why. That's what I'm thinking. You know what I mean? Good Jesus, I don't want to think about that. But
yeah,
I pray to God that they're going to find this child. Maybe she was sold, okay? And they're going to find her alive. Obviously, probably not in the best spirits and in the best shape, but she's alive and we can go from there, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I swear to God, you should need to take some form of a test and be approved to have children nowadays. I really feel that way.
Seriously. I don't get it.
Oh, I know they are. The Rock did a video about Maui and talking about his people, this and that, and talking about a certain amount of money he's sending, and people responded saying, "What the hell is that going to do? What is that going to do? That's not enough to do anything." And I agree with that. You know, if you're going to do something, period. That's like me sending $5 to somebody. Like, I appreciate the thought. You know, the thought is great, but what is it going to do at this point?
Mm-hmm.
And people that have the money that these people have.
Yeah.
If you're going to help, then do it the right way. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, you got millions, dude.
Right. That's it. I agree. Change the Maui. Yeah, I want to know that myself. I definitely want to know that myself. Mm-hmm. That's it. Maddie needs to come home. One way or another. This child needs to come home. Her parents need to open their damn mouths and say what they did. If they did something to her and she's no longer with us, it's horrifying. Yes, I get it. But at this point, tell the truth, goddammit. Tell the truth and let this child get some rest and have some people get some closure and do it the right way. Excuse my language. Just saying. This makes me so mad.
All right, well, peeps, I gotta hop off here.
Absolutely, Mama Bear. Thank you for joining us today. You are appreciated.
Yes, it was
As
fun.
always.
Maybe if it's not 9, 10 o'clock tonight, maybe I can hop on for a little bit tonight with the Maui thing.
If I go live tonight, it'll be around 8:30 is probably the earliest I can do it. And then we'll go from there. But I can't guarantee I'm doing it. It depends on what the boss lady says when she gets home and what she got me to do. But if not, then yeah, around 8:30, you guys will see me out here in Maui. It is.
Alrighty, I'll see you guys later.
All right, Mama Bear.
Right.
Thanks again.
You're welcome. Bye.
Yes, Molly. Everything you have, all of it. Because I'm tired of not talking about it. It needs talked about the right way. Just like this one did. Yes, Molly has everything. She's been on this from day one. There's a lot of crazy shit with this too. A whole lot. Unfortunately, guys, that's all I have on this Cojocari case. And I need you guys to share this out. I need you guys to put the word out. It needs to be looked at in a bad way. I want to know more. I can't FOIA anything because it's still open. Yeah, well, we're gonna do it, Molly. I told you before we were gonna talk about it, but we're gonna do it. So if you want to join us tonight, you're welcome to. You know that. It's up to you though. The hell? This is crazy. Okay, this is the.
Well, it's
we have some time left still, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you this. Somebody brought this to my attention at the beginning of the show about another missing child by the name of Ryan Larson. So I'm gonna show you guys a little bit about that, and I'm gonna take some notes. She has been missing since November 21st of 22. But yeah, I'm gonna take some notes on this. Who was it that brought this to my attention again? Yes, thank you, Sheik. Please let's find her. Please. I may have you do that, Mountain Man. Seriously, I may have you do that, my friend, because it's in your realm. Where are you going, Chains? I'm not done yet, guys. If anybody's leaving, please don't. I'm not done yet. If you're taking off, Chains, then I understand, hon. Okay, we'll do it then. You know, if I mind the monsters. Thank you for covering this case. It bothers. It really bothers me too. Mind the monsters. In a bad way. I mean, like I said, guys, you guys know that have been here with me how I am with Summer Wells case. Any missing child case bugs me, and it makes me mad that I can't cover all of them. Okay, but it's just horrendous. It really is, and it's mind gnawing. It eats away at my mind. Like, where are these kids and why? You know. Thank you for watching this, Mind of Monsters. I appreciate you, and anybody that is watching or listening to this, if you have any information or you want to put out any information, if you would want to come onto the show and talk with us about this, please contact me. This is the number I can be reached at any time, day or night. I don't care what time it is. You can call me. If I don't get them right away, answer it, I will call you back. Also, you can reach me via my email if you're not comfortable with calling. And again, that is right here. And I can be reached on Twitter. That's the number 234-703-4047. Okay. Again, 234-703-4047. My email right there, mayoris74@gmail.com. I can be reached at both of those. And anything, if you know or you're close to this case, you have information, if you want to talk about these cases, you want to come on and interview with me, please don't be nervous. It's for a wonderful cause. It's to get some justice in this case. Enough is enough. It really is. Okay. Okay, honey. I appreciate that, Molly. So, like I said, guys, I cannot 100% guarantee it, but I'm trying tonight to be live around 8:30 or so and talk about Maui because it's bugging me too. So, again, anybody that has any information or wants to talk about this case with me, we can do an interview. We can do it on a live stream. I'll set up a specific day, whatever it is. Mayoris74@gmail.com or that number 234-703-4047. Get a hold of me, guys. If you're not comfortable with that, link up to one of the moderators in here. They will get a hold of me. Whatever you got to do, I don't mind. We need to talk about these things. We need to figure these things out. We need to put these things out. They need to be heard by everybody and anybody, okay? Especially with these children. It makes me sick to my stomach thinking about this on a regular basis. It really does. Every time I look at these cases, I want to throw up because there's another one. Lake Norman, yes. That has been talked about, Mountain Man. If you're interested in heading in that direction and taking pictures, looking, whatever you want to do, Mountain Man, I got your back. We can hook up and do it that way. And I can go live with you from there. Whatever you want to do, brother. You tell me. I appreciate you even thinking about it. So whatever works, bro. Seriously. But at this point, I thank you all for your attention to this too. I really do appreciate it. This is another one. Who brought this to my attention at the beginning of this show? The Ryan Larson case. I'm looking. I don't see it. If whoever it was is still in here, just say it was me or hey, it's me. Anyway, we're gonna look at this here real quick because I don't know about this one. Sadly, there's so many of them. It's pathetic. We can't keep up with them all, but. Okay. Miss Leslie. Okay, thank you, Leslie. I appreciate that so much. Miss Leslie, and thank you, Noni. Miss Leslie Densley Watkins brought this to my attention about Ryan Larson. From what I read already of it, it's already horrifying. So let me show you guys a little bit of this and a couple pieces on this, and then we'll push forward, guys. And again, thank you guys all for being here and supporting all of this.
The missing child case that rocked the community and made national headlines.
The search for Ryan Larson continues 1 year after he went missing during a day at school. Staff at La Vista West Elementary School reported Larson missing after he went outside the building during a passing period and didn't return. His disappearance sparked a local, then a national search that included state and federal authorities working with local agencies. La Vista Police Chief says his department is still searching for Ryan.
I wish I could say that we found him alive or deceased, and we'd have a resolution on bringing him home. And then is there a criminal aspect to this? Then as you get into a criminal aspect, do you have evidence? Is there something that's prosecutable? Do you have suspects? That's what we don't have right now, and that's what's really frustrating.
Community members are asking people to wear green ribbons or green clothing today to show support for Ryan and his family. Here is a brief look back at the timeline of Ryan's disappearance.
1 year ago today, La Vista investigators say Larson was last seen as he walked out of class to switch classes. That kicked off the search by law enforcement, family, and volunteers. On day 3, the FBI confirmed its involvement.
Search teams used canines, drones, and boats at the Walnut Creek Recreation Area at one point, lowering the water, but did not find any clues. They also focused on the Prairie Creek area as La Vista police went door to door near Ryan's apartment in the area of 84th and Harrison.
On May 26th, a rally was held for Ryan at Central Park. Community members band together wearing green ribbons, the color of missing children awareness, as school and city leaders talked about staying positive in the search.
On June 18th, investigators found an umbrella with Ryan's DNA on it on his apartment complex grounds. Police say he may have gone back to his apartment on the day he went missing, but did not have a key. In July, his older sister Taylor put out a Facebook post stating the family is not giving up. La Vista police say they are still searching for Ryan. Tonight at 6, we're going to hear more about their efforts. We'll also hear from Papillion La Vista community school leaders to find out what changes they're making to keep other kids from going missing. You can find that plus more on the search history and new police programs inspired by Ryan. It's all on our website, 3newsnow.com.
Okay, so that is another one. Ryan Larson. It's horrific, guys. Let me see here. This kind of bugs me right here. I don't like this, or something's wrong with this too. I don't quite understand this. It seems to me that she's doing this to try to maybe get what do you call it? Life insurance, maybe? I don't know. You guys make your decision based on what you think after hearing this.
Ryan Larson files to have her son presumed dead. The La Vista boy was last seen in 2021. Thanks for joining us. I'm Rob McCartney.
I'm Julie Cornell. In court filings, Tammy Larson lists the day of her son's death as May 17th, 2021. That's the same day he disappeared after walking out of La Vista West Elementary School. KETV News Watch 7's been following Ryan's disappearance. Abby Peterson joins us live with the update.
I reached out to Ryan's mom, Tammy, who filed the petition multiple times today and did not hear back from her. I was able to get a hold of one of her attorneys who said they had no comment.
Search after search after search. KETV was there during the first days in the disappearance of Ryan Larson back on May 17th, 2021. And again after 6 months and on his birthday in 2022, where we spoke with his mother, Tammy Larson.
It's very hard. Today's been a lot of tears and
I just want him home. I think of what we would have done today if he was here.
May will mark 2 years since Larson's disappearance. Tuesday, KETV found court records showing Tammy filed to have her son declared legally dead. Larson says she intends to make a claim against Papillion La Vista schools over, quote, the death of her son, but she needs a death certificate to proceed. Larson alleges Ryan is dead because of the negligence or wrongful act or omission of the school, the Papillion La Vista School District, or its employees. Tammy claims before exiting the school, employees of La Vista West Elementary saw Ryan.
I don't think a day goes by when a staff member or a community member or someone that was directly involved in this doesn't think about Ryan's disappearance.
Papillion La Vista spokesperson Annette Iman says they weren't shocked to hear about the court filings, but that the district was made aware of them by the media on Tuesday. KETV News Watch 7 asked if she thought the district had any responsibility in Ryan's disappearance.
I think the courts and the police investigation are going to.
Okay, so I'm not trying to be a nasty person to this woman who lost her child. Something bothers me about this. Now, is she trying to have her son declared dead so that she can sue the school system for wrongful death? Is she trying to have her son declared dead because she wants to cash in on a life insurance policy? If it was my child, I would never do that unless that child was found deceased. This makes no sense to me, you guys. Something ain't right with this. It's like 60-40, 60% goes to the association for operations growth, 40% of the person who rented out their week. The weekend rent. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Wrongful death. Yeah, so she's trying to sue the school for wrongful death. But what if the child ends up being found alive? I mean, what the hell? I don't get it, guys. Yeah, I wouldn't give two shits about money. I want my son. She said that she had to, or else she could. To sir? Blaming the school. Huh. Good to see you, Vix Logic. It was good to see justice done for baby Mary after being starved to death by her mother, Tatiana, and father, Seth. The 911 call on was astonishing. She couldn't sue if she didn't because time limit. Oh, okay. Okay. I don't know if I could do that, though, Leslie. I mean, I understand what you're saying, and I understand that situation. I just don't think I could do it. I wonder if the school is responsible. I don't know. Let me finish this here.
Work out all those details and figure that out. You know, our priority is going to be in supporting our students and our staff and Ryan's family.
La Vista Police Chief Bob Lawston says, quote, we were not made aware of any court filings by Mrs. Larson. We have just learned about this today. We are still investigating the disappearance of Ryan Larson.
A hearing on the death petition is set for February in Sarpy County Court. Of note, Nebraska says a person who hasn't been heard from or whose absence hasn't been satisfactorily explained is legally declared dead after 5 years. Back to you.
Okay, thanks, Abby.
Not only did we see a swift response from the police, but La Vista community members also showed up in massive numbers to help search for Ryan. 3 News Now reporter Alyssa Curtis spoke with the La Vista mayor about the impact this case has had on the city.
There's not a week that goes by
Rondi.
that someone doesn't ask me about Ryan.
When La Vista Mayor Doug Kindig first heard the news that Ryan Larson was missing,
He was hopeful the 12-year-old would be found soon. Larson had a history of hiding, but it didn't take long for Kindig to realize this time was different. He thought it wouldn't take long for police to find him.
When you found out they didn't, then maybe the seriousness just continued to grow and grow, and you realize we were really in a critical situation.
As a leader of the community, Kindig says sometimes the best way to lead is to stay out of the way. He says it was important for him to let the community know what was happening.
It's my job to let the citizens know that we're giving 100% maximum effort. It's my job to let the citizens know that we're missing a member of our community, and that hurts us. And I think as the mayor of the city, it's up to me to make sure that the rest of the city is aware that we're doing everything that we possibly can.
But he wanted to let the police department take charge.
I don't think the public probably understands what the police force.
Okay, so this little boy is autistic. Oh my God. He was supposed to be walked to each class. This is insane. Okay, now I have issue with the school myself. So this kid could have walked out of the building and just disappeared. Oh my God. This is insane.
Was doing at a very soon time. Obviously, their investigation isn't going to be shared word for word with the public, but I think every aspect on what could have happened to Ryan was being investigated from a very early time. So I don't think they could have reacted any different.
Mayor Kindig praises agencies like the police department for their response, but what he says is most impressive was how the residents came out to support.
If there's anything that can warm your heart throughout all of that, it's again the outpouring of support from the community.
Kindig says the city and the residents continue to support the Larson family throughout this time. He says the city, while they can't truly understand what they're going through, is right there with them every step of the way.
The entire community has reached out and let them know that we're hurting with them. There's never a time that unless it happens to you, you can understand how much they're hurting. But you can at least let them know that you're in, they're still in our prayers and still in our thoughts.
He says this will have a lasting impact on the city of La Vista.
Sometimes tragedy pulls you together, and I think that's really what's happened.
In La Vista, Alyssa Curtis, 3 News Now.
And the mayor
Okay, now I'm pissed. Okay, I didn't know anything about that. My son is autistic. When he was little, he wandered off a lot, and he had to be watched indefinitely. Brandy, her son Matthew, my buddy Matthew, is autistic. Okay. No, hon, you're fine. I want to know those things. I need to know. We all need to know, because when we first see this, we don't know if it's for life insurance, if it's for this. This makes sense, though. It does. It absolutely makes sense. I don't understand that stuff. People don't care unless it directly involves them. They just don't care.
The mother of Ryan. Learning more about developments.
It's revealed this month concerning the Ryan Larson case. He's the La Vista boy with autism who disappeared in May of 2021.
Tonight, our Marlo Lundak joins us now live in studio with an update involving a court filing. Marlo.
John Lauren, Ryan Larson's case has stumped local and national investigators since he walked out of La Vista West Elementary.
Josie, it depends on the level of autism, in my opinion, okay? My son was very high functioning, but still, he functions. You would never know he's autistic. A lot of you guys have seen him and know who he is. None of you guys really can tell that he's autistic, okay? But when he was younger, he was very curious and he liked to wander and go, to talk to people and this and that. And it was very scary. So he was just kept a close eye on. That's all it was. I feel that, if they're a very, very, very high level that is non-functioning, then no, they should probably be in a different school setting. I agree. Okay. But when it's still something that they offer in the school systems. He did go home. Where did you send it to, Chains? Jesus, how did I not know about this one before? He was a runner, exactly. My granddaughter would walk anywhere, anytime. We would watch her like a hawk. Yeah, right, exactly. If they're very high on the spectrum and they're, non-functioning, no, I do believe they should be in a special school setting, where they can be monitored 24/7 and they're getting the help that they need to help them to function correctly. But like I said, my son is very, very low on the spectrum and very high functioning. You can't tell he's got autism at all. And he can understand a lot of things. Some of these kids can't, okay? They don't get it when you speak to them or you show them. So I can agree with Josie in some senses. I can on some point. It just depending on the level of it, I worked with autistic kids out of high school. I've seen parents pick up late, etc. And you can't do those things. You can't. You just can't. Literally abuse their kids. Nonverbal should. Yeah, you can't do that. You can't. These kids, especially these kids, they don't get it, folks. You cannot discipline an autistic child like you would discipline a normal child. You can't. They don't know what the hell you're doing. All they gather from that is that you're being mean to them at that moment. They get a bad, mean vibe, and you can't pick these kids up late. You can't do that. You have to. Everything has to be done a certain way, and in my opinion, that's neglect and abuse. If you can't handle them, then you got to get that help that they deserve. Exactly, Nikki. Exactly. Thank you for being here, hon, by the way. Exactly. I agree with that too. Yeah, Caden, my son, you'd never know, guys. He comes in here and hangs out with me sometimes when I'm doing like music streams and sings and plays his instruments for everybody. No way to tell. It's just how he functions and like he's horrible in school. That's where it's at. Okay, hold on. One second, guys. Damn it. Everybody, if you will, please, say a little prayer and keep Heather in your thoughts. She's COVID. She's positive for COVID. So just say a little prayer for her that she's going to do okay. That's all. That's why she's not here right now. Well, shit. Where are you at, Chains? So I can find GM. Okay. 1 second. Let me move this. and put this up here. Yeah, Matthew, for sure, hon. Most definitely. Thank you, Chains, for this. Oh, wait a minute. Let's do this. Thank you guys for being so interactive and helpful with this today. All of it. I mean, this is what it's about, guys. This is why I love this community. There's not so many people in here right now, but it just shows, you know what I mean, that you guys care. That's why I'm so proud of you guys and absolutely adore you all for being the way you are. All right, let's see what happens here.
You've worked hard all year, sweating, building, providing. Labor Day is your day. And Schaefer's celebrates you this Labor Day. Hard work should be appreciated, and this is your chance to save on Samsung appliances. Schaefer's has these innovative, top-rated appliances in stock, and reward yourself with interest-free financing. Schaefer's, local and family-owned since 1946.
We're not going to give up hope. We're going to continue to have every resource that we have to try to find Ryan and hopefully bring him home safe. This is the ribbon for the Missing Children's Day. Our coming together represents.
So basically what this is saying is that this child walked away from the school and got home to his house, but had no way to get into his home. And now he's missing.
That's something about the spirit that we bring to the search for this young boy. I believe this story has a happy ending. I believe that. And I believe you do too, or you wouldn't be here.
Josie, and thank you for your input today, hon. I appreciate you.
You've worked hard all year, sweating, building.
All right, so La Vista police say that they have evidence that may place a missing boy outside his apartment the day that he disappeared. Ryan Larson's DNA has been confirmed on an umbrella that someone found on the grounds of the Southfield apartments where he lived. Police Chief Bob Lawson said the umbrella was Ryan's, that he was carrying it the day he disappeared. Lawson said the weather that day was damp. The umbrella was turned in to police 3 to 4 days after Ryan disappeared, Lawson said. Ryan, who has autism, slipped away from classes at La Vista West Elementary School about noon, May 17th. His 12th birthday has come and gone since then. A few leads 1 month after 12-year-old La Vista boy's disappearance. 1 second. If it's going to play. Wait, that's not what I wanted to play. Stop. Authorities already had reason to suspect that Ryan had headed home because surveillance video of someone who appeared to be Ryan placed him across the street from his apartment complex about 1:30 p.m. that day. Lawson said that Ryan didn't have a key to his apartment, but a family member was expected home around 2 p.m. La Vista police had been hoping that enhancement of the video by the FBI would confirm that person was Ryan. But Lawson said Monday that the enhanced video didn't provide the confirmation authorities were seeking. Tuesday marked his 12th birthday of La Vista boy missing for 22 days. Also unsuccessful was an effort to find images of Ryan in the surveillance videos of other businesses and homes, Lawson said. This case has really been challenging because there hasn't been a lot of information, he said. We've had different theories that we've looked at, but we've come up empty. We're not going to give up hope. La Vista community holds prayer vigil for the missing boy, an endangered missing advisory issued for autistic La Vista boy. Those are all links for that. Okay, so that was what that was there. And I guess let's see if this one gives us anything here. I think that's the one we just watched, isn't it? I do believe so. Hold on. Yep, that's the beginning of that link. So thank you, Chains, very much. Thank you for that. So that's even worse to me. That's sad. But again, the school should have been watching him in the school so that he didn't leave the class. That's all I can say on that. Why did he walk away from the class at noon? How? Why weren't they watching that? You know what I mean? Have to go. You have a good YouTube bat sheet. Thank you for joining us today. Everybody's dropping off now. So I guess we're done for today, guys. And I thank you all so much for joining me today. Again, like I said, we may jump into Maui tonight between 8:30 and 9 o'clock. Look for me to be live then. There's a lot of talking that needs done about that. If I can talk Molly into joining me, at least her voice, I would love her help on this one. I'm going to get together with her after this and talk about it a little bit for sure. It really needs to be looked into out there just as much as this does. We're going to get back to this one too. As well as Madalina Cojocari needs looked at. A lot of these need looked at. Thank you, Mountain Man. I appreciate that, brother, and all your help as well. That's another good point, Michael. That's a great point, actually. What happened to the tracking bracelets that they used to have for autism kids? Those are great, right? And that's what I figured too, Brandy. Even Caden, with as high functioning as he was watched like a hawk because they knew that he had a possibility of wandering. And that's the other thing. Why did he not have a key? I mean, I'm sure that they didn't figure that he would be needing a key to come home, but it's still, you never know. You never know. Okay. You just don't know. And that scenario should have been looked at too, in my opinion, like to give him or a neighbor that he could know to go to for a scenario like that or something, somebody that's not right. This whole thing is wrong. So where is this child? Where did he go? Did somebody grab him? Did he go somewhere and get hurt? And it's at that, if that's the case, if he went somewhere and he got hurt, I think they would have found him by now. So in my opinion, somebody grabbed this kid. And this is not cool at all. At all. This makes me really sad. This one, they all do. This makes me really sad right now. This poor little boy. Wow. I'm kind of pissed at the school, like I said, because yeah, Michael, they can. Because they have a contract to deal with this. If they offer this child schooling, okay, and say that they can handle him with his issues that he has, then that's their responsibility and they have to take accountability for that. In turn, have a great night, Michael. Thank you for joining us today. I appreciate you. And like I said, again, I may be live tonight between 8:30 and 9 o'clock to talk about Maui, guys. If anybody's interested, please feel free to jump in with us tonight. I appreciate you so very much. For those of you guys that have taken off and are leaving now, you are appreciated, folks. Very much so. Brandy, check your DM, please. And I bet you are. Oh, okay. Thank you, Brandy. I appreciate that. And like I said, I bet you are fired up about this. I am. And thank you, Hun, for that. Again, guys, this channel is 100% crowdfunded. I appreciate all of you guys that have donated to this through the Venmo, Cash App, and the PayPal. That does pay the bills to keep me coming out here to you guys once, twice, 3 times a day, sometimes 5 to 6 days a week. It helps. By all means, it does. Yeah, we're going to cover the Maui thing tonight, I do believe. Like I said, between 8:30 and 9, because there's something else going on out there. Yes, the fires were horrible. There's something else happening that needs to be looked at. Michael 007, thank you. I don't know what time it'll be for you tonight, or if I go live tonight, Michael. But if you are available and it's not too late or too early for you, I'd love to see you there, sir. Have a great rest of your day, my friend. Awesome, Robert, and I appreciate that, my friend. Okay, I got you, Michael. I got you. Well, I appreciate your support, sir. I love seeing you in here all the time. Absolutely do. And I can't wait till the next time I can throw you up on the panel so we can talk again, my friend. Always a pleasure. And I think, again, guys, that's going to do it for today. Try to tune in, guys, if you see me live tonight, if you can. I appreciate that. If you can't make it tonight, I will be live tomorrow. Tomorrow is the Supernatural Friday. We're talking about the Jersey Devils tomorrow. And then tomorrow night, we are going to be live with the Friday Funhouse, as we call it, because you never know what you're going to get. Absolutely, CR, and thank you for supporting this. And it's me and the channel as you do, 100%. So if I don't see you guys tonight, I will see you tomorrow and tomorrow night as well. So have an amazing rest of your day, folks. And don't forget to love yourselves, to love each other, because that's what it's all about. And don't change a thing about yourselves, because you guys are the beautiful people. And I will see you all on the other side. Have a great one, folks. Thank you so much again, moderators. Bye-bye.